Hey, lovely people. I think that we are live now, and just let me muffle the sound of my PC here. It doesn't bother us throughout the live stream. I do apologize if I do sound a little bit off today. I didn't feel well for the last few days. To be honest, that live stream was scheduled 3 days ago, but I was just pushing it and pushing it. Because, yeah, I don't feel very well these days. Something with my voice, fatigue, and so on and so forth. So, hope it's nothing serious. In any case, here we are. We do have a total solar eclipse into Sagittarius, which makes it the new moon into Sagittarius, and that should be quite of a good finisher for the year itself. At least for me, I know that it's going to be because my moon is in Sagittarius as well. But also, I do believe that that is the last new moon. I'm double checking right now, and yeah, that is the very last one for this year. So it's gonna be a good and a big one for all of us. And just so we are sure for it, I'm gonna make a one general reading for the transit, and then we're gonna jump into the star sign personalized readings. Hello, Seda. And there are going to be as well breaks, but I'm going to explain that once I'm done with the generalized one, just to see what kind of a, how can I say, what kind of a direction this transit is going to take on. Your moon is in Sagittarius as well. That's great. Hello, Summer. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Laura. Welcome to the stream as well. Hope you guys enjoy it. All right, so in this generalized reading for the transit at the start, I'm going to explain you the spread as well, and then I'm just not going to stop for explanation of the spread for every single star sign. So the first position and the first card that I'm going to draw, just let me pull out my camera previews so I make sure you do see the cards. So the first position here, the first card is going to show us the topic of the transit, and in that particular case, that is going to be the Chariot. MT, welcome to the stream as well. Good evening. The second card is going to show us what is going to be that drags us back, okay? What is there to be a challenge? What is there that we should refrain ourselves from? And in that particular case, for the general reading, for the generalized forecast for the transit, that is going to be the Ace of Swords. The third card, it is the opposite of the second. It does shows to us what is going to help us, or in other words, what intentions we should put in, so we do a better job, you know, and so we do get through it in a much easier state. And in that particular case, we do have the Seven of Pentacles. The fourth card, I'm going to show you the deck summary just once I'm finished with the spread. So the fourth one, and it is my favorite into this spread, that describes the lesson that we are about to learn. Now, the way that I like to look at this position, it is why these things are happening. What is that we need to learn through the events or from the events that are happening to us. And in that particular case, we do have the Page of Pentacles. And the last card, it is the energies which are to support us throughout the transit. It is always a positive. It doesn't matter what card you draw for that spread. The Tower, the 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords, you know, whatever you draw, it is a positive, how can I say, manifestation and impression. And here for this particular forecast, we do have the Empress. Now, again, the Empress. So let me show you what deck that really is. Just hold on one second. that is the deck here, Summer. Okay, so that is the deck. It's the Millennium. It's a little bit of a weird off, but let me. No, it's quite weird off, but it's called Millennium Thought. Just hold on a second. Oh, it's weird off here in the book as well. Let me see. No, it's not Millennium Thought. It's Tarot Illuminati. Okay, so it's Tarot Illuminati. That is the deck that I'm using. Let me throw that one away. And so it's going to be, depending on what kind of a state in our lives we are finding ourselves at, this upcoming transit of the moon, it will be quite not destructive, but the opposite, constructive. For all of us, for most of us guys, the transit is all about conquering challenges, and those kind of challenges which they were quite overwhelming for the big portion of the year, or maybe for the entire year as well. That is literally the topic here for the Chariot. When you look at it generally, it always stands for the triumph against the odds, and collecting the luck of your hard work, being proud really of your achievements. And that is really the topic of the transit itself. So right now, as this forecast is running, maybe we should stop for a second and think about, what is the thing that we could not accomplish throughout the year. We have postponed it for the very last moment. Maybe now is the moment that we have to push for it and really give ourselves a hustle. So we can make it happen. But what is the negative aspect of the transit here? That Ace of Swords into the second position right here, okay, that we do have. Well, the Ace of Swords, it's a card showing, in the general scheme of things, it is showing that we do know the truth. Okay, that is just in the general scheme of things. So in that particular sense, for the forecast, it kind of means that we don't know everything. Okay, there are still things that are obscured for us, like aspects, like statuses as well, like information in generally. And therefore, that card only shows us that we should not judge the content by its cover, and try to give chances to people. Try to give chances to yourself, first and foremost, to ourselves, which is kind of touched by the third card of the spread that stands for the Seven of Pentacles that we do have here. Like I said, that is the card showing our intention in generally. And the Seven of Pentacles, as a generally, it's always about figuring out what generally worth it. Okay, what is the approach or the challenge, or the enterprise in general that you are going to undertake right now in this very moment that is going to pay off. And we all know what that is. Some of us may be ignorant for it, another may be in denial, third of us may be just, not wanting to attend to it because it seems too much of a hassle, but it isn't. Seven of Pentacles, it is the card kind of like arguing with us, literally arguing with us. We should stop wasting ourselves, like wasting our time, like wasting as well our efforts, okay, like wasting as well our hopes and dreams, but instead get to the juice of it, get to the meat of the situation, get to the thing that we know is going to pay off at the end. And that is also the lesson that we need to learn with the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles stands only for a thing of worth and value. And it is a lesson where we need to learn to devote ourselves to things that simply worth it. Okay, does, for example, a job that counts you for nothing, it literally, you are just a labor force, really worth something for you, right? Or a person who is always kind of making you feel bad, does that person really worth it for you? These are the questions that all of us should ask ourselves, and if it does work for us, then probably we keep up going for it, but I highly doubt it. Okay, that is the transit here, the new moon into Sagittarius, where we need to look inwards. Okay, we need to find or figure out rather if we are dissatisfied, where the leaks of our efforts are going that makes us dissatisfied, and as soon as we understand where, we have to stop doing it. Usually these are self-sabotaging aspects of our lives. Okay, usually these are like addictions. Okay, you know it's bad for you to chase that person or to strive for that job and so on and so forth, but you do it because you are addicted to either the person, the job, you know, the hobby, etc., etc., but you know it's bad. So it's kind of like it's a moment here in the next couple of weeks where we have to learn to stop doing it for our own sakes, that is. And the energies, by the way, which always gonna support us throughout the next couple of weeks, are the energies of the well-made decisions. So whenever we are sitting in front of a choice, like for example, should I call her or him or should I not? Should I apply for the job or should I not? Should I make my own business or should I not, etc.? If we give ourselves a little bit of a time to think about it, okay, we will know what the right answer is. We don't need a tarot reading for it or an astrology reading, you know. We will literally know. It will be just gonna be the thing that makes the most sense, or the choice that makes the most sense out of the situation. And it is the moment where we have to listen to our senses rather than to our emotions. MT, thank you so much for your $4.99 support. Thank you so much, MT. I'm gonna put you into the list, and at the end of the live stream, as usual, you're gonna have a personalized reading for the transit. Just hold on a second. There we go. All right, guys, so that's gonna do it for the general generalized forecast for the transit. Now we are getting into the how can I say, the real purpose of the live stream here, which is going to be a forecast for all 12 star signs using the spread that I just used for the generalized forecast. And before we move into it, just to explain to the newcomers, people that are new to my channel, how things operate here, especially in live streams. So I do the forecasts on portions, okay, or in sequences, so to speak. So first sequence is going to be from Aries to Cancer. Debbie, thank you so much for your $4.99. Thank you so much, Debbie. Just as MT, make sure you do stick around up until the end to have your personalized reading for the transit as well. Right, so in sequences, the first sequence is going to be Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. And right after that, I'm going to announce a break. Now, within these breaks, guys, you get to ask a question, okay? A question that you want me to read with tarot. That is the moment, or that is the only way how you get a free reading. So all you gotta do is stick around up until one of the breaks, which are 3 breaks every live stream, okay? And just input your question once I do announce a break. And I'm gonna pick just one question from the poll of questions, should there be any, which is, by the way, something, I don't know why, but when I was doing live streams in Facebook, people were just, you know, barraging me with questions. Here in YouTube, it doesn't seem that that's a thing. I don't know why, but in any case, so that's a way, that's the only way how you get a free reading, like a trial reading with me. Of course, anyone who supports what I do and the channel through Super Chat is going to get their reading at the end of the live stream, regardless. Like Sam Walsh, thank you so much for your $5 Australian. Thank you so much, Sam. Make sure you do stick around up until the end, where I'm going to read for your inquiry, which is how will this new move to go live with my girlfriend. Okay, so it's a big one for you, eh? I'm gonna look into it. Let me put it. All right. And that's pretty much all the explanation of the live stream. Of course, if you do wish a personal reading with me, you can always go to my website, which you're gonna find into the description of the live stream, and there you're just gonna at my website, okay, you're at the very front page, you're gonna see full list of my services and as well their pricing. Right, so let's shuffle and see what Aries is to endure, or rather like to face into the upcoming lunar transit. Hey Janice, welcome to the stream. Right, going forward, Aries, first one that is going to be, let's just let me put my camera preview. Okay, so Aries, first one that will be the High Priestess for you guys. Moving next, we do have the Nine of Pentacles, okay, followed by the Fool card, which is the third one. Moving next, we do have the Ace of Swords, and the last card for you, Aries, that is going to be the Ten of Cups, right? So we do have those 5 cards for your next couple of weeks as far as the new moon into Sagittarius is concerned, and these are going to be quite of a wavering weeks as far as it goes. That is because how do I call it here, things are not going to feel quite ready enough, so to speak. It's kind of like a couple of weeks where you will feel and know that things are going in the right direction, but they're not as advanced as you may like them to be. And what would be the worst thing that you would like to do here in the next couple of weeks? It is to truly push and rush things around, kind of like mashing and bashing, and trying to force circumstances into happen. Instead, as we do have the Fool card here into the third position for you, Aries, you just have to take it easy, guys, and just enjoy your time. It is as how it stands. Now, of course, there are a few personalized situations, okay? For example, if you are looking for work, next couple of weeks is highly likely to find a job that is going to be a long-lasting one, although may not be very well paid. That is because we do have the Seven of Pentacles into the second position. And that pretty much speaks that throughout the next couple of weeks, you just can't go for the maximum, right? It can't, at least for the next couple of weeks. So if you are looking for something that is going to flabbergast you in terms of money, high-end money, then probably next couple of weeks are not the best weeks you get, you apply for a job. Aside from that, it's very important in the next couple of weeks to, how can I put it into words, to give yourself space and time to just enjoy your blessings. It's just how it stands, and spend some time with family and people you love. By the way, these are the energies which are to support you, which are to attract people that loves you and that you love as well, which could consider family gathering, or kind of like can classify a family gatherings, you know, gatherings with boyfriend, girlfriend, etc, etc. But all in all, for Aries, it's very important to lose the news a little bit into the next couple of weeks. Just don't, I don't know how to put it into words. Don't be relentless, okay? Just don't be relentless, but give yourself time to enjoy yourself with the blessings you already have, and things are gonna go very, very well for you, Aries. You know, not all the time throughout the transits and throughout the cycles you can go for the maximum of all you do, and that is one of these times. But you can make the most out of your time. Like I said, if you do turn your glance towards your blessings that you have right now, and just enjoy them, guys. Just have a good time. That's all that the transit it's showing to you. Hello, Sarah. Welcome to the live stream, and Kara, welcome. All right, so that was Aries. Now moving next, we do have Taurus. Hey, Tinkerbell. Right, so Taurus, a first one for you guys, that is going to be the Two of Swords. Moving next, what we do have, that is going to be the Chariot card. Followed by the third card for you, Taurus, which stands as the Magician. Followed by the fourth card, that is the Page of Pentacles. And the last card for you, Taurus, that will be the Eight of Pentacles. So it's a slow and steady progress that we have for you for the next couple of weeks, for all you are about to do and for all that you are planning to do as well. It's very important in the next couple of weeks not to rush any decisions. And we're not talking about actions that have been already decided, but when you are about to decide what to do, not to rush it. Because having these Two of Swords at the prime of the reading, it kind of means that if you do stall and postpone for as much as you can, eventually one of the options available is going to become exponentially better than the others. And it is just, you will know what is the right choice without even have to think about it, without even have to take any risks whatsoever. And all in all, it's a week where you will have to face certain challenges. Okay, yes, challenges in love and challenges in career as well, probably final pushes, so to speak, but you do have what it takes without any doubts to overcome those challenges. And by the way, the next couple of weeks are going to be weeks for you, Taurus, where your communicational skills are just going to be immaculate, guys. It's anything you want to negotiate for yourself or to pass through, to convey, so to speak, no problem whatsoever for you to do it. Now I want to mention a little bit of a single Tauruses. Perfect time for you to display yourself into the world, that you are free, that you are ready to start a relationship, and that should be quite enough for you to attract somebody that is gonna want the same thing. But sitting on your couch all day long hoping that somebody is gonna find you ain't going to do it. You know, you gotta start searching, so the other one that searches finds you as well. And the chances, I would say, here are 90% that you are about to find somebody to fall in love with, and to find a lot of worth into that upcoming relationship, should you decide to go for it. And the transit is very benign for that, because of a couple of things. Okay, first of all, that's a transit where you are going to attract people that loves you, or that are gonna love you and accept you for who you are. You don't have to change a thing. All right. And second of all, it's a transit that predispose for you, Taurus, relationships that are found on mutual understanding, trust, okay, mutual reliability as well, instead of the thrill. And we all know that the thrill eventually fades away, but if you do trust somebody, you do understand them, you can rely on them 24/7, and they accept you for who you are. I mean, that's the recipe for a happy relationship. If that's not a recipe for a happy relationship, I don't know what it is. Okay, so it's a truly transit where you have to display yourself in front of the world to attract opportunities. But in the other spectrum, if you are baffled and you don't know what to do, just by waiting, you will see who is the right choice for you. Beatrice, thank you so much for your $7.99 Australian support. Thank you so much, Beatrice. Let me put you into the list. And at the end of the live stream, I'm going to read for your inquiry. If you can't wait up until the end, you can watch it on repeat, or rather like a replay, is going to be there. I mean, the live stream is going to be as a video, I don't know, maybe a day after the stream ends, if not right away. Is there a new love coming in your life? All right. Right, so that was for Taurus, and now we are moving to Gemini. You're welcome, Malibu. So Gemini, first one for you guys, that is going to be the King of Swords, followed by the second card of the King of Pentacles. Moving next, that is going to be the Ten of Swords, followed by the Strength card. And the last one for your spread, that is going to be Two of Pentacles. Okay, so we do have those 5 cards. And there are going to be quite of a few changes into the next couple of weeks, especially changes when it comes to pushing through difficulties. I mean, this reading is very, what can I say, applicable for people that are feeling cornered, really, like they are facing a dead end, all right? People that feel that they are with their back against the wall, truly. And it's highly likely that the upcoming week, or upcoming couple of weeks, with us having those 5 cards here, you know, the moment where you just say enough, it's enough, you know, and kind of screw everything around, and I'm gonna do what I am to do in order to make myself better, right? It is that kind of like approach, indomitable approach to fix your life, or to fix that aspect of your life that doesn't go very well. Bottom line here is that throughout the next couple of weeks, you are going to figure out your way out of difficulties. Now, that way is not going to be easy by a large margin. Okay, it will require some sacrifices, it will require some irrevocable decisions as well, irreversible actions. In generally, you will have slightly or a small portion of a hard time into the upcoming couple of weeks. Not all of them, but like couple of days in the next couple of weeks are going to be quite difficult for you, Gemini. It is because the whole thing is going to unfold in the span of these couple of days. And it's very likely that you will find out that you are alone. It is just nobody cares, all right? It is like people care for as long as you don't interfere with their life, but when it comes to the well-being of an individual, it's free for all out there. And therefore, the understanding that if you do not help yourself, nobody is going to do it, is going to be very, very strong for you. And that will allow you to pick up yourself together and figure out the way out of your difficulties. And you will be very, I don't know, what word should I use? Tenacious, maybe, because once you do mobilize in the next couple of weeks, that should carry you on for a very, very long time. And no matter what situation you face, career-wise, relationship-wise, it doesn't matter, you will maintain your cool. It's just you will not gonna outburst, but you're not gonna allow people to pretty much, you know, mock at you, and as well kind of like abuse your kindness also. It's like your behavior will be always a spot on. And like I said, this is a transit of quite of a few changes, and these changes are going to be inwardly. You are about to change your perspective. You are about to let go of outdated concepts, of outdated standards, and even outdated plans, and instead adapt yourself, your environment, your vision to the what is right now. For the plans from a couple of years ago are not working in the current situation at all. You just need new plans, at least according to these cards. Hello, Angel. All right, next one, that is going to be Cancer. For Cancer, the first one, that is going to be the 10 of Pentacles, followed by the next one, which is Justice. Moving next, we do have for Cancer the 7 of Wands, followed by the 7 of Swords. And the last one for Cancer, that is going to be the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so those 5 cards. Now, for the most part, the crabs are gonna have a really good transit. I mean, really good time. You guys which are Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising and even Cancer Moon, you are gonna kind of start feeling quite independent from the shenanigans and from the problems that you probably have been surrounded with up until recently. And that is because the 10 of Pentacles, it kind of brings you that feeling of security. I don't know, for everybody the circumstances are gonna be very different, you know, but something is gonna bring you that feeling of independence, that feeling of security, that you are protected, you know, that you are in a comfortable place, etc, etc. Also, it's a very good time for a, and I don't know the right word for it, it's not quite a reconciliation. It is when, you know, you haven't saw with somebody for a very long time, but you haven't break up or left in a bad terms or anything like that. You know, it's just like a, I don't know, probably I would call it reconciliation, for a lack of better words. And that reconciliation is kind of like rather like that reunion. Okay, so I'm gonna call it reunion. So that reunion is going to boost your resolve, and as well, yeah, the resolve is going to be boosted, but as well your renown in your society also is going to increase big time into the upcoming couple of weeks. Now, what should be careful with in the next couple of weeks is how much responsibilities you are attending to, or rather like how much things you are signing yourself for, because your time management, it seems that is going to be poor for what we can see in those cards. And it's kind of like, not like you won't be able, you don't have an accurate how can I put it, judgment how to spread your time or how to manage your time, but at some time, at some point you may find yourself having too many things at your plate to be able to accurately manage your time, and that may make you giving a poor judgment what is more important than the other. Also, in the next couple of weeks, it's highly likely you Cancer to end up victorious over a competition, rivalry, okay, or if somebody wishes you something ill, they will just going to fail. There is no question about it. But what you need to learn, guys, in the next couple of weeks, truly, it is while it's great, you know, to do good for others, the real question is what you can do for yourself. Because if you don't do anything for yourself, Nobody is going to. Okay, it's just how the world is. You gotta be able to make yourself happy before you're able to make somebody else happy, and that is something you need to start learning. And I don't mean that you have to become selfish by a large margin, no, but you have to stop doing unnecessary sacrifices. That is what I am trying to say. Other than that, next couple of weeks, great for making relationships, great as well for making business. It is just the energies which are supporting you guys, they are a great for anything that you are to attend to, because you will really gonna have the keen eye for the small details, for the subtleties. You will just gonna know how things are gonna work, and you will have what it takes to make it work. Right, so that concludes the first sequence of star signs, guys, and we are entering into the first break. Like I said at the start of the stream, in these breaks there is going to be one free reading conducted from me to you. In order to participate for it, all you gotta do is just input a question into the comments below, and after about 5 minutes I'm going to pick one question if there are any, and I'm going to make a reading on that question. So the 5 minutes are starting to count down now. What if, Laura? Hello, Kitsia. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy it. 3 questions, and in about 3 minutes I'm gonna pick one, guy. So now is the time you ask a question. 'Hello, News. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Alison. Okay, 1 minute. A bit wary, but I'm gonna manage. All right. The question: what can I expect regarding my job? Submitted by Nus Devon. Let's check it out. Hello, Anna. Right, so we do have those 4 cards here. Okay, so we do have those 4 cards. Just hold on a second. The King of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, followed by the 7 of Pentacles. And the last one, that is going to be the Knights of Cups. I need to ask you a follow-up question here so I know what the cards are referring to. Are you hoping for a promotion, a raise, something like this? Are you hoping for something like this? Are you applying, or rather like trying to get it, something like it? Because what those cards are showing, it is that you are to be granted something, like being granted either a promotion or a raise or a project. You know, you are to be granted of a thing. But it's going to bring more than you know. And when I say it's going to bring more than you know, it's going to be quite difficult for you to sustain it. Okay, it will be very demanding, and the expectations from your job, they're not gonna drop off. So people are not gonna give you easy time, or rather like your boss, supervisor, whatever, is not gonna give you an easy time for it. Nobody is gonna wait you around to get the hang of it. You just so it's another job. Well, in that case, you don't want to go for it. I think that you are going to get the job, okay, but the job is going to be hardly sustainable. And when I say sustainable, you being able to catch up with the job, because the job is going to be very demanding. You are going for a salary there. Believe me, they are going to squeeze you and milk you for all you got for that salary, just by the look of those cards. And ultimately, at the end, you alone, it's kind of like you alone are going to be doubtful that was it really worth it. It will be just on the sweet spot, you know, where it's you get the money and it is very demanding, and kind of like it almost feels fair but not exactly fair. So I don't think that is going to be a good job. But that being said, when it comes to your job, something else very good is coming by the mid of February next year. Okay, regardless if you are gonna take the opportunity or not right now for a new job, something great is gonna happen to you in regards to career. About mid-February. Let me check out what that thing is. All right, so I'm gonna use Lenormand cards right now just to check out what that thing is gonna be. Man, it's an invitation for a lot of money in a family business, okay? So some kind of a family business, family company, family firm, whatever, is about to invite you in it. And we're talking about a lot of money. So it's great. It seems that your career, it's sorted out. Yeah, don't play around with those cards, guys. They are not a walk in the park, all right? They ain't a walk in the park. All right, so that's gonna do it for the first break. Now, couple of minutes, and I'm gonna do the second sequence of star signs, which are gonna be Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio, and then another break is going to come about as well. For another free reading. So if you haven't took it right now, or I rather like if I didn't took your question, you can always use another chance for a second and even the third break after I'm done with all of the star signs. Of course, for anyone who supports the stream and me through Super Chat is gonna get their reading at the end of it, at the end of the live stream, that is, regardless. Oh my God, you graduated? Well, that's great. Oh, you're welcome, News. I wasn't about to pull an ornament, but I was genuinely curious what that thing is going to be, because it truly seemed like, something like a wish is coming true, etc., etc. So it will be a really, really good invitation, and it's generally an invitation for a contract. All right, so moving next, we do have Leo. All right, so for Leo, the first one, it is your card, guys. That is going to be the Strength card. Followed by the second one here, that stands for the Three of Wands. Moving next, that is going to be the Eight of Wands. Followed by the fourth card of the spread, which is the King of Swords. And we have the last one here that stands for the Magician. Lenormandized me, yeah. Okay, so Leo, that's the upcoming couple of weeks are gonna sway you off in a very different direction from the one that you have anticipated. Generally, you are gonna have so many new things to do, like, if you will, hobbies, and like an enterprises that is. So the whole thing here is going to be, and it is not even like struggling even, guys, it's more like assembling your day-to-day routine, so you have it kind of like exciting, and so you wake up every morning having the enthusiasm and as well the passion to push through the day, because the days are gonna have a lot to offer to you. All right, a lot to offer. You can expect, depending on what you are aiming for. Okay, if you are aiming for social interactions, you can have a bunch of them. All right. If you do aim to work a lot, well, you can have a lot of work. aiming to enjoy yourself, you can enjoy yourself. That depends on what you are aiming. The thing is that you are going to be the king next couple of weeks, for what it seems from those cards. These energies, man, the energies of the magician pretty much allows you to do whatever you like, okay, and being able to manifest it, no matter what. What I would advise you, having those energies though, Leo, it is to get under the skin of people. Like if you do want to pass through some idea, or if you do want to express yourself, okay, or if you do want to negotiate something, it's definitely the time you do it. And also it's a couple of weeks where, how can I put it into words, where you are going to convince with your actions rather than with your words as well. So it's kind of like a double power, so to speak. Very, very convincing, and that is gonna earn the respect of those which are around you, the respect of your co-workers, and as well the respect of the people into your social circle. The problem, it is only that they're going to be different enterprises, so you will it will feel like, how can I put it into words, it will feel like it happens a little bit harder than it needs to be, but the result is going to be very, very satisfiable for you. And the lesson is pretty sound that you need to learn for the next couple of weeks, guys. And that is the lesson that anything that you attract in your life, okay, anything that you are to undertake, it needs to make some kind of a sense. For example, you are to read a book. You do not read the book for the book itself. You read the book because the knowledge you are going to get from it is going to earn you something, or is going to allow you to do something. So you do stuff in the next couple of weeks that you can reap as a benefit, you can reap as a reward. You do not make any meaningless or you do not undertake any meaningless, how can I put it into words, enterprises, so to speak. That is something that you're going to learn, and that will make you quite more versatile, and as well, you know, quite more applicable into the upcoming future, or whatever the future holds for you. For the lovely birds out there, people that are in a relationship, very, very passionate transit, a lot of sex, guys, a lot of interactions, a lot of, how can I put it into words, physical seeking in between you two. It's a crazy week for that, or a crazy transit for that, okay? So don't be surprised if your partner is Leo, and they do always want to be around you, they want to cuddle with you, you know, and these kind of stuff. All right, so that was about Leo. Now moving next, we do have Virgo. For Virgo, the first card is going to be the Hangman, followed by the second one, which stands as the Ace of Cups. Moving next, that is going to be the Five of Wands, followed by the fourth card for Virgo, which is the Queen of Swords. And the next one, that is going to be the Queen of Wands. Well, you never know, Said. I mean, Pisces could be a really good read. We are yet to see what Pisces, what Scorpio are gonna go through in the next couple of weeks. Let's now focus into Virgo, which is quite of a difficult read. I may need a few seconds here, a minute maybe, to figure out the message. That Five of Wands, man, into the third position, it doesn't make much sense unless Oh, with Virgo moon, oh my god, just wait a minute then. Don't celebrate too fast, okay? Because right now, what you are about to hear, it's about your emotions. Hello, Crystal. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you around. So Virgo, wow. Well, it is the moment of where the waiting is about to end. Okay. How was Gemini read? It was a good one. Okay. Gemini was about satisfying yourself. All right, so for Virgo, this is a very, how can I say, precise or maybe fine situation where it's very tricky, very finicky, so to speak. That is because the Hangman, the Ace of Cups, and the Five of Wands, the very first portion of the reading, they are very precise, and they kind of speak about the moment where you know things are gonna happen, right? You just know that it is unavoidable, okay? Like, for example, you know that one day you are gonna get fired from work, or you know that one day you have to leave your condo that you are renting, okay? Or you know that you have to change a job, or you know that with this person that you are with, things are not gonna work out, so on and so forth. So these things that you are just waiting to happen. And you pretty much accepted it that it's gonna happen, okay? You have prepared yourself for it. And if it happens, no harm done, all right? It's just you're not going to suffer through it, so to speak, or so you think. And it's gonna happen throughout this week. You know, for some it could be really devastating, okay? It could be that, I don't know. For others, it could be something meaningless. But the way it's gonna happen, it will leave you something like a back door to become bigger and better. No different than, for example, if you do know that with the person you are with, things are not going to work out forever and eventually you're going to split, but you are not splitting because they leave you, but you are splitting because you found somebody better. Okay, so these are the circumstances that are to happen. Here, instead of waiting a failure, an inevitable failure to happen, and to take place, the circumstances in the next couple of weeks are gonna present you with an opportunity to transform that failure into success. Great couple of weeks, although emotionally they are going to be quite tumultuous, because you know, when things are happening the very last minutes and you do have a sudden turnaround, very surprising events, it's very hard to stay emotionally balanced. It's very hard to stay emotionally calm. And what you are to what you are to learn, Virgo, throughout the upcoming transit here, very important, that is the Queen of Swords. Well, Queen of Swords, it's the capability to push anything through, okay? So whenever you think that you can't do it, you gotta think again, because you definitely can. Okay, it's also a card of healing, but that is physical healing. So the upcoming transit, it's great for dieting, okay, at least according to tarot. It's great for some exercises. It's great to adopt a healthy lifestyle, so to speak. But the energies which are to support you, oh my god, where I do start from? Well, those energies, first off, is they're going to make you extremely attractive, okay? So you, Virgo, if you are single, that is because you want to be a single, okay? If you don't want to be single, just go out, guys, and you are going to attract somebody like immediately. The other thing about those energies, it is that you will have a profound understanding of how things are working. When something is wrong, you will know exactly what is wrong there and how to fix it. Okay, so you can use those couple of weeks truly to push your things through, to fix your love life, to fix your career life as well, by transforming failures into success. Inevitable failures that you're waiting just to happen into a success. That is like the reversal, so to speak. That is like the flabbergasting, like I said, a turnaround that you are to accomplish. It's a great card, yeah, depending on the circumstances. All right, that was for Virgo. Now moving next, we do have Libra. Right, so Libra, the first one, that is going to be the Page of Swords, followed by the second card for you guys, which is the Three of Swords. Moving on next, that will be the Three of Wands, followed by the fourth card here of Justice. And the last card for you, Libra, that is going to be the Death card. My God. Very short reading is going to be for Libra, and it does refer to the people that you are associating yourself with, okay? Next couple of weeks, guys, not everybody that you are associating yourself with is going to seem plausible for your life moving forward. It is just, you will have to deliver the message that you just can't be their associate any longer. I mean, you can't see each other any longer. The upcoming couple of weeks for you are the weeks of the social purge, where you just, you know, aim or tend to surround yourself only with a useful people. For example, people that are only burdening you emotionally, like they're always kind of like crying and sharing their emotional drama without kind of like caring for what you are going through, you know, and these kind of stuff. I don't think that you are gonna aim to associate with such people any longer from the next couple of weeks moving forward. These are weeks where, you know, as far as the people around you are concerned, you would want only such that fits with your patterns, okay, that fit with your stereotypes and as well criterias. So together you can challenge yourself as a whole and just go for bigger and go for more. Now on a more practical scale though, for you Libra, next couple of weeks are weeks where you can definitely acquire a very unexpected help. So if you are struggling with something like at work, you know, or like I don't know, like it's like at your home and so on and so forth, don't bail on it just right now or just for now, because like I said, a very unexpected help is to come about that may help you with it. Okay, they may help you with something else, but it's a very good chance to help you with it as well. But what is quite important for you for the next couple of weeks, Libra, it is to understand that nobody can hurt you as much as you can hurt yourself. And so it is the moment where you have to kind of like learn to be more accountable toward your actions and toward your decisions. What I mean, it is that I'm going to give you the example right now. I mean, you may associate yourself with people that are energy leech. Like they come about at your home just to visit you, okay, for a cup of coffee or for a tea, and they drain you emotionally by sharing about how their husband or a wife is cheating on them and how bad they feel and so on and so forth. And you may think it is their fault that they are draining your energy. It is your fault in reality because you are allowing them to do so, because you sit there and you listen. Because why? Manners? Well, I don't know. To me, it's not about manners. To me, it's about self-respect, okay? Being accountable towards yourself, because I cannot put through it, okay? I just can't put through such things. And as soon as somebody starts sharing such things, I just, you know, stop. I don't want to hear it, like at all. And that definitely is going to bring a significant change into your social surrounding, people that you do work with, and so on and so forth. And it's just your social environment is going to become very, very benign, and always going to start from a mental cruelty. Unfortunately, it is just you're going to start hearing things you don't like, not necessarily that are addressing you. It is just things that you don't like, you do not share, you do not support, and that is going to be the red flag that tells you I don't want to associate with that person anymore. All right, so Crystal, thank you so much for your 10 US dollars. Thank you so much, Crystal. Make sure you do stick around up until the end, where you will have a personalized reading for the transit. All right, now moving to the one that I was waiting most, and that is going to be, oops, Scorpio. Just hold on a second. It's going to be Scorpio, for I am Scorpio, for you guys who doesn't know and who care, who cares, of course. Well, it is, yeah, Crystal. It's that's the way I look at it. That's the way that Tarot showed it right now. I mean, in our country, we do have a parable saying that it's not crazy the one who eats the bread. It is the crazy. It is the one that gives it to him. Okay, so it doesn't sound that well on English or in English, but it is a very. It's a very sound parable here. That if literally means that if somebody does you wrong, it is because you're allowing them to do so. Or rather, like if somebody is taking advantage of you, it is because you are allowing them to do so. So it's not their fault, it is your fault because you are allowing them to do so. All right, Scorpio. We have the Empress, guys. It's a good card for a change, right, for the starters. Followed by the Knight of Cups. Moving next, we do have the Lovers. What do you know? Followed by the King of Cups. And the last one, that is going to be the Nine of Cups. I mean, so why the Knights of Cups into the second one, though? Well, I mean, that doesn't make much sense. Because obviously these are gonna be, if we do exclude the Knights of Cups, unless, wow. I just can't believe it. It's about the expectation. So this is how it stands. Okay, next couple of weeks are gonna be, guys, very. It's like, how do you call it when you just can't believe, right? When you just can't believe what is happening from a sheer goodness of it, they're going to be very bright, for the lack of better word, literally bright couple of weeks. Just because we do have that Knight of Cups there. Well, then I guess I'm doing a really good job, Pisces Moonbeam, making sense from these cards. So that's how it stands, guys. It's a beautiful thing. Hold on a second. I'm gonna Lenormandize it. All right, I'm just gonna Lenormandize it. That is going to show it personally to me, okay? But it could be also for other Scorpios as well. I'm gonna Lenormandize it. I want to see what it is. I just can't, guys. I just can't. Wow. To me, that's a business. That is a business. Again, for a lot of money. You know, when I had those cards, guys, I was working back. I don't know how much was it, Pisces Moonbeam. I think about 9 years. Was it that long? 9 years ago, or maybe 8 years ago? Lada asked me, tell me about my business. She was just growing. She was just start growing. And she asked me about that to showcase Lenormand and what they can do. It is what I drew for her. It is exactly what I drew for her. And look where she is now. That's my thing, okay? That's my thing. I hope that that is for all of you guys, okay? Almost 5 years. It should be longer than that. It should be longer than that. At least 6. Yeah. So it's wow, I'm really looking forward for it. But aside from that, guys, it's an enterprise that truly is gonna be way too good to be true. Okay, way too good to be true. Now the problem with the Knights of Cups, though, into the second position, it is not gonna be quite what we want. Okay, that will be the problem. It is like you get a really good business offer, but it is not quite the business offer you have expected to work out for yourself. Like, say you are I don't know, say you are a mechanical engineer, all right, and you do want to work for that giant company like Ford, but instead Ferrari gives you the offer. It's not Ford, it's not your dream, but it is way too good to be true, okay? It could be about love as well. The lovers there, many people would interpret it as love, but that is the harmony, all right? It is just that these couple of weeks are gonna set our life into harmony. We are gonna love it, we are gonna like it, we are going to be kind of like flourishing and thriving in there. It's gonna be great. I mean, we are the winners this time around. I mean, Leo was the king, but we are the god for what it seems. And I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, a couple of weeks for big plans. I mean, you're gonna have the incentive and as well the prerequisite, Scorpio, we are gonna have it to make a huge plans for our future, because it's gonna be real. And at least for me, guys, I do know that it is about business and money. Yeah, it's wonderful, Crystal, I know. Alright, guys, so second break is about to take place. And as I told you, or as you may already know, probably, it is that within these breaks, there is going to be a free reading that I'm going to perform for one of you. All that you gotta do in order to participate into it or to have a chance to get that free reading is just input your question into the comments of the live stream, and in about 5 minutes I'm gonna pick one question and I'm going to perform a professional reading on that question. Of course, anyone who supports the YouTube channel and as well me through Super Chat is gonna get their reading at the end of the live stream, regardless, or are they chosen, rather like picked up. I hate the word chosen, but picked up in those breaks or not. And right after the break, we are going to the last sequence, which is going to be Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and finally Pisces. And after that's the last break. And after the last break, we are going to have the super chat readings. Guys, so you can start asking your questions. Question if you do have such, like right now. You know, Pisces Moonbeam, when I was about to turn 30, I thought that the life is over. It's like, oh my god, I'm 30, I'm so old. Hello, Mabel. So I thought that I'm becoming so old. It is like the life, it's drained away from me. But I found out that these are the best years of my life, to be honest. And I don't think you about that you think that I do deserve that success. I don't know if I do deserve it. Okay, I don't know. I definitely can do more work. I tend to be honest with you guys, and in my view at least, I am lazy. I'm very, very lazy. So unless I do not break that cycle, I don't think that I do deserve success. 30s are the best, yeah. They are gonna be. My mother told me that 40s are also very good. And like, at least for her, they were the best. Well, Becky, if you are turning 40s and you are not aware of your environment and yourself, I mean, you are in a big trouble. You are, at least to me, it means that you haven't learned anything from life whatsoever. Nobody is depressing you. Of course, they're going to be better. Oh, come on, Seda. Don't discourage me either. Oh, you're gonna have to. I'm afraid you are gonna have to, Pisces Moonbeam. Yeah. Oh, weird. No, but okay. Well, Lila, my 20s were very tumultuous. And when I say very, I mean very, very tumultuous. Well, that's the thing, you know, Sarah. It's me and Pisces Moonbeam, we're always complaining about the work. So, yeah, that's about the right way to go about it, Aquadeb. That's the right way to go about it. All right, so only one question for what it seems, and it is submitted by Cassandra. So what do I need to do in order to break the cycle of self-doubt? That's a great question. Just hold on a second. Well, I don't know a person who likes working. I think my ex-fiance likes working, okay? But I don't know a person into my environment that really wakes up every morning and when it's Saturday, they start crying because they can't go to work. It is just... yeah, Pisces Moonbeam. And what kind of a ritual I have to do to bring you in that state one more time? Just tell me what kind of a ritual, what kind of a deity I gotta summon to make you be that way one more time. All right, so Cassandra, your question: what kind of what should I do to break the cycle of self-doubt? I do have those cards, and the answer is that you can't by yourself, okay? But what you can do is ask for feedback. That is very important. And believe into the people that gives you the feedback, okay? So when you ask for a feedback, how you did your job, and you have that feedback, it's very important that you do not doubt that feedback because it's going to be genuine, okay? So that is what you can do in order to break that cycle of self-doubt. Other than that, you can try changing your environment, okay? Like, for example, social circle or a work, but I don't think that that is going to work for a long period of time, okay? The feedback is very important. What you need to do in order to break the cycle of self-doubt, it is by how can I put it into words, becoming aware that you are recognized, okay, for what you are and for what you are doing, and that you are doing it well. Hello, Hiloshenka. Yeah, Taurus was done already. Taurus is always going one of the first. Well, it's kind of a ritual because you promised me about, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 times that you are gonna get back to your old self at least for a few months, and you never did. So I think that, you know, it's not like promising, it's like announcing it. And I think that, yeah, only ritual. But I am happy for you, Pisces Moonbeam, because what you did back in the days, I don't think it was healthy for you, for your family, and so on. Well, Lila, you can ask that Pisces Moonbeam. She's the astrologer. Okay, I just read tarot, so astrology will be able to answer you that much more precisely. All right, guys, couple of minutes, and then we go to the last sequence of star signs. Huh. Oh, Debbie, yeah, there is a there is a joke here in Bulgaria, humor, but it's not gonna sound well in English. Basically, it does tells about a new employee that really likes to party, okay, and that new employee partied all the time through the holidays, okay, without going into sleep. So when he start partying, he start Friday evening, and he didn't sleep through Friday night. He didn't sleep through Saturday night. He didn't sleep through Sunday night. Okay, it was all time party. And when he went to work at Monday, he kind of like came across his boss in the elevator, and his boss saw his eyes literally kind of like bloodthirsty eyes, okay, eyes that are just blood red. And he told him, "You were drinking, eh?" And the guy said, "No, I missed the job, I cried." But it doesn't sound that way that well in English. Hmm. You will bring her back? All right. So after the retreat is over, for all of you guys that doesn't know, me and Pisces Moonbeam are in retreat up until the end of the year. Bloodshot. All right, so Bloodshot, yeah. We are in a retreat. We still take a personal readings, but we don't do weekly readings. Yeah, well, Debbie, when I was working full time, when it was Monday, 8 a.m. of the morning, I was looking forward to my weekend. Okay, I just couldn't believe that the weekend is over. It was so stressful. All right then. Well, yeah, we come out when we feel like it, but it is not like we don't have a schedule, and we definitely don't do weekly readings. That's uh, to me, not doing weekly readings, it's full retreat, because it's literally a full-time job doing weekly readings, guys. If you think that that's easy, and you do that about couple of hours of content for couple of hours, it's not like that by a large margin. Oh, you sleep through your weekend? Oh my God, Aqua. When I was working full time, I milked my weekend for all it got. I barely slept through it because I didn't want to miss a single second of being free, not having to wake up tomorrow and kind of like, be entitled to work in these kind of stuff. And now I can afford that, okay? And it feels great. Yeah, guys, but the weekly readings are going to be resumed from the 2022, which is about couple 3 weeks from now. All right, let's get back to it. Sagittarius, the first card we do have for you, Sagittarius, that is going to be the Three of Pentacles, followed by the second card here of the Two of Cups. Moving next, we do have the Knight of Swords, followed by the Fool card. And the last one we have for you, Sagittarius, that is going to be Judgment. Well, Debbie, that's kind of like a torture to me. Waking up 6:30 every morning, having to walk my dogs out, and then do work, and then come back at the evening, walking the dogs out again. Wow, that's kind of like... I just can't do it. All right, so for Sagittarius, the next couple of weeks are gonna be quite calculative, if we may say it that way. And it will be all about who is there to support you, okay? Who is there to help you, and who is there to understand you. Yeah, you are crazy, guys. You are just ah. All right. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a rough weeks for people that are blinded by love, or Sagittarius, which are blinded by love. It's gonna be a difficult week for you, Debbie, if your moon is in Sagittarius. It's gonna be a difficult week for me, or difficult transit for me as well, because my moon is in Sagittarius too. It's a week where unions that we swore a vow into are gonna be a problem. The goat. So unions are going to be that we swore a vow into. They are going to be kind of problem, because not much of them, at least for the next couple of weeks, are going to feel useful. And generally, we're gonna glance toward more, how do I say it, or rather like less demanding interactions. Like, what I'm trying to say here is that instead of aiming to spend more time with our wife or with our husband, it seems that we're gonna have, or you guys, Sagittarius, are gonna have more incentive to spend time with friends, because with friends you can face more, how can I put it into words, more understanding, more objective opinions, so to speak, and more fruitful discussions than with your beloved one. So it's kind of like a little bit more of a straining away from unities, and from as well, how can I put it into words, social interactions. Just hold on a second. Diana Stephens, thank you so much for your $10 support through PayPal. Thank you so much, Diana. Let me put you into the list. All right, Diana, so make sure you do stick around up until the end, where you're going to have your personalized reading for the stream. Right, so this transit is very not psychological, but more like a philosophical for Sagittarius, and it is like it's like a transit for refreshing, to refresh your emotional state, guys, so you can give your best when it is needed. And for that, into the next couple of weeks, just you are going to feel the incentive to seek for more carefree interactions with people around. And that's about all that this transit is going to refer to you. It seems that you're going to be very bold when it comes to approaching new people, making friendships, okay, or making partnerships as well. And at some points, the tendency to unite again is going to come back, but it needs to make sense, okay? That's promise or a vow or whatever. It's not enough anymore, so you have to start feeling that you do miss somebody, so you find an incentive to be with them, okay? And that is something you are to provoke into the next couple of weeks. So a little bit of a time aside, you know, from the serious relationship and partnerships, so you can recharge and get back to them and give your best into these interactions. One thing I want to mention here, it is that when you try to make a new friendship or start flirting with somebody and so on and so forth, if you do that, shyness and as well pride may be a problem, okay, from the other side. So the other side may be either too proud to go out with you on a date, or it may be too shy to do so. So in order to make it work, you just have to be a little bit more persistent than usual. All right, so that's for Sagittarius. Now moving next, we do have Capricorn. So for Capricorn, the first one, that is going to be the Queen of Pentacles, followed by the second card of the Four of Cups. Moving next, we do have the Star card, followed by the Six of Wands. And the last one, that is going to be the Five of Cups. Okay. It's I want to Lenormand you as well, guys. I want to Lenormand you as well. It's a man. It's a man, a very successful one. Okay? That you are either going to be introduced to, you already know, but you will have more time to spend with in the next couple of weeks. Okay? So, yeah, it's a man that is about to come into your life. For some of you, it's going to be about business. For others, it's going to be about love, all right? But you definitely do know that man. And I wanted to do that with the Lenormand because Those cards are showing unfinished business, okay? That is the transit here for you, Capricorn, where you do actually get into it this time around. It is like you have started something, or you started it many times, never finished it for one or another reason, and you do have a unfound potential. In fact, it's an amazing unfound potential here. Either potential for a very long-term business, job, project, whatever it is, or a potential for a unfolding love. In generally, potential, all of your stereotypes, ideals, and standards to be fulfilled, and it is out there within this man. Okay, so well, it isn't finished business with your money, Lila, and you are a Capricorn. Well, then that's gonna be a finished business, and it will be a good for you. Okay, it will be a successful thing for you. The message here is very simple for you, Capricorn. Don't deviate from the path that you have chosen. Okay, I know that it seems much easier for you to abandon it, but you shouldn't, because you are almost on the breakthrough point, and it will be just a shame. And it's not like it's going to be a shame, it's just you can't escape from it. It is yours, and until you experience it, you ain't gonna be able to walk away from it. That's your verdict for the next couple of weeks. What do you think, guys? Should I bring Lenormand more often into the general readings? Not always. You know alone, Pisces Moonbeam, that they can show awful stuff. They can show really awful stuff. They can show sickness, they can show betrayal, they can show that you are gonna lose your home, for example. They can show literally anything, and you don't get to control it. I am Lenormandizing it because I see from tarot that they cannot go into something bad, okay? It's just a great reading. I'm not sure what the reading is all about, okay? And I want to just draw it. But other than that, if there is a chance that they're going to show something bad, I'm not going to draw on them, right? It is empty. It is part of life. But, you know, people tend to freak out, and I don't want to be the one who causes a emotional and psychological distress on people. All right, so Aquarius. I am rising Aquarius, and I will definitely not going to draw for Aquarius, okay? We do have the Ten of Swords as the very first one, so I definitely am not drawing for that. Moving next, we do have definitely not drawing for Aquarius. Aquarius draw the short straw here with the Ace of Cups on the second position, followed by the Nine of Wands into the third one, followed by the fourth of the Three of Wands. Okay. And the final one for Aquarius, that is going to be the Strength. Being in the clouds all the time, what do you mean? Bye, Diana. Thank you so much for your $10 support one more time. Thank you so much, Diana. Bye. Yeah, well, for Aquarius, it's gonna be a rough weeks. These are gonna be weeks, guys, where unpleasant things are bound to happen. For some are going to be more unpleasant than for the other, and those unpleasant circumstances are going to force us, and I mean us because I am Aquarius rising, so that is something that is going to hit me as well. Okay, it's going to be to influence me as well. These aspects are gonna make us do stuff we don't want to, but we're gonna find them being necessary. Like, for example, some Aquariuses may be cornered to sell a property, right, or to sell their house. Others may be pushed to quit their job. Others may be pushed to break their relationships. Okay, so it's going to be a tough couple of weeks that we will have to deal with stuff we don't want to, but we will have to, because it is just the tension is so big that the only way that tension gets relieved is with a surgical intervention, figuratively speaking. Okay, so we surgically have to remove the bad influence from our life. What that bad influence is going to be about different for every single one of us. What is important here to know, though, it is that we are quite prepared for it. Okay, so we shouldn't be afraid to do what's necessary. And once we do what's necessary, like the decision we have to make or the action we have to take, then things should go back to normal, although we're not going to like it. I don't want to sugarcoat things here, guys. It's going to be an unpleasant couple of weeks, okay? But we do fall, so we stand up stronger, right? And that's exactly what's going to happen. For the Three of Wands into the fourth position of the spread, it kind of makes us to learn how to live on the second gear, or how to traverse from second gear going into the first one, how to make the most out of a unfortunate, unpleasant circumstances, and with enough time and enough patience and perseverance, because that's granted to us by the strength card at the end, we will be able to make it. But yeah, as Aquarius, either rising or sun, we have to expect some unpleasant circumstances to happen in the next couple of weeks, like things that break and force us to make choices and actions that we don't want to, but we have to in order to get through that time. And finally, we do have Pisces. Well, that's the thing with Lenormand. You don't get to control them. They show what they show, and you can't do anything about it. Danny, thank you so much for your $4.99 support. Thank you so much, Danny. Let me put you into the list here. And in about a few minutes, you will have your personalized reading for the transit. Good night, Sarah. We love you too. We love you too. You can't. Verbal Kint, you can't, because that's the thing about Lenormand. Okay, you get to know your future, but you do not get to understand your future. Okay, so just to give you an example, it is that Lenormand may show you that you are going to get sick, okay? They can definitely show you that. When, how serious this is going to be, and so on and so forth. You don't get to know, you do not get to understand it, and you may get sick in the worst possible moment, okay? Or it's just you don't get to you don't get to know it. So you can't prepare emotionally. All right. For Pisces, we do have the Magician, followed by the second card of the Temperance. Moving next, that is going to be the King of Wands, followed by the Sun. Oh my God, I may really draw Lenormand for you guys. And the last one, that is going to be the Eight of Pentacles. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna draw. Well, let's focus on tarot for now, okay? So for Pisces, very ambitious couple of weeks are ahead of you, Pisces. This is going to be like the push or the marathon that you're gonna do for the last couple of weeks, which is gonna make up for about the entire year, okay? So say you have a disappointing moment, you failed people, just saying, all right? It may not be the case, but just saying you made mistakes and so on and so forth. Well, in the next couple of weeks, you're gonna make up for all of it with the interest and you know, with the correction. I don't know how to put it into words, but next couple of weeks, Pisces, you are going to be on a fire, career-wise, love-wise, you name it, guys. You are going to be like, I don't know, like a god out there. The only problem it is that you may not know when to stop, and at some point you may start overdoing things, like overperforming, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just is going to waste your personal resources, like energy, attention, you know, attitude, and so on and so forth. But other than that, Pisces, you do have or you are about to have something like a drive, all right? Something like a fixed idea, ambition that you can transform into a very powerful actions. It's going to be quite challenging, okay? Or it's going to seem challenging. That is going to be a sweet challenge. A challenge that once you overcome it, you will say, I am the man, all right? Or I am the woman, whatever the case. And you'll feel great, guys. You are gonna feel great. And what you are about to learn, it is that everybody does deserve success, especially you this time around, because your lesson is about the natural progression, expanding energies of growth, and being happy through the happiness of all. So you are gonna make everyone happy, including yourself, in the next couple of weeks. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for the 12 star signs, and now the last break is gonna take place. And like I mentioned in this break, you get to ask a question if you have one for to me or for my tarot cards. And in about 5 minutes, I'm gonna pick a question and I'm gonna pull a professional. I'm gonna make a professional reading on that question. And after that break, the super chat readings are going to take place. Anyone who supports me and what I do, the channel, through super chat is going to get their reading at the end of the live stream, regardless do I pick them on these breaks or not. Well, Pisces Moonbeam, thank you for your gifted donation here. Thank you for your gifted donation. To you and to Sarah as well. Hello, Christina. Have a great one. So, Sarah, what is going to be your question for the super chat? Now I'm going to address your question, Verbal Kint. We do have more than just one soulmate, okay? Or a twin flame or whatever you like to call it. These are people that we generally, our souls vibrate on the pretty much same frequency, so to speak, or at least this is how I see it. And therefore, you definitely already have met your twin flame. In fact, you met you met your twin flame many, many times. Good night, Layla. How can you bring happiness into your life? That's a great question, Sarah. Let me put you into the list. I can give you the answer right now, okay, without even using tarot, without even using the tarot cards. But for the purpose of the stream, I am going to. Or I can give you my recipe. It's very simple. All right. So the question. It's actually only one. Music, come back. But I don't know how to pursue it. Should I do with the music? What should I do with the music? I cannot make a decision for you, say. Only thing I can tell you it is that is it worth pursuing? But I cannot make decisions for you. Of course, I can if I do use Lenormand, and that will tell you what to do about it. But I would rather not. You see, the little things. That's how to go about your happiness in your life. Because Sarah and guys, I'm gonna tell you a secret. What I'm gonna do once I'm done with the live stream, I'm gonna ruin some orcs' life. Because I play a video game right now and I'm about to kill orcs. Okay, I'm gonna ruin their life, and that is gonna make me happy because it's a really challenging game and I love doing it. Uh Video games, exactly. Sid, you can't do with the music alone, okay? So those are your cards. At least for now, you can't do with the music alone. How you can go about it, at least just off the top of my head, by the look of those cards, it's by trying to form a band or try to implant yourself in some kind of a band or go about with a friend that it is going about with music. You definitely cannot do it alone. Other than that, music, it's worth pursuing. Definitely it is worth pursuing. And if you do so, you love playing WoW. I played that for about 3 years, and these 3 years were just devoured. I was in a hardcore raiding guild back then, and that thing kind of like consumed the most out of my life. But hey, we were one of the first bringing down the Lich King. That counts for something. I played back in the days of the Wrath of the Lich King, and I was one of the people that was able to bring down Arthas. It was amazing, though. It was amazing experience. I do not regret it. Okay, but as soon as I did it, I stopped playing because this is where the Warcraft story ended for me. So back to the Sid's question. Yeah, it's as soon as you do start doing it with people, okay, people that share your vision for the music. So if the music is about, for example, heavy metal, you go about heavy metal band or in heavy metal society, and you're gonna start reaping results, or you're gonna start seeing results from it very, very quickly. What does it count, Crystal? It was a really, really good job. I mean, our guild leader was a weirdo. Well, that's the mild way to say it, but hey, it brought me there. And I was a warlock. Gosh, I hated him. Okay, he was making me doing demonologist warlock, the worst out of them. It was I hated it. But hey, the Lich King was down. Alright guys, so that's gonna do it for the free readings, and now I'm going to do the super chat readings, okay? Just hold on a second. Good night, Seda. Thank you for sticking around. But you guys who are gamers, this game, I'm gonna type it down. This game, it's the best game ever made. Okay, if you look past the graphics, it's the masterpiece of the gaming industry. Okay, and the game is called, I'm gonna type it down. That is like the ultimate RPG you can find. Okay, there is no question about it. It is the ultimate one. Whoa, yeah, it tends to do these stuff. Okay, people lose their career over it. There was that very famous snooker player that was a world champion, and he fell back out of the league because of whoa. Oh yeah. All right. So first one, MT. Let's see what your transit is going to be about. Oh, we do have the Hermit. Oh my God, with the Ten of Cups. Okay, so fantastic couple of weeks for you, MT. I don't know what your personal situation is. I already finished Pisces, Taco, but Pisces were great. Okay, Pisces were a fantastic. For as far as I remember, they were about all about that they're gonna be on fire and they will be able to push really, really hard, and they're gonna make up for all they missed from the year. Battle Brothers is amazing, Aquadep. It's amazing game. And it is coming to PlayStation and Xbox as well, early 2022. So MT, it's a great transit that you do have ahead of you. Something quite substantial and really important is about to happen, which is gonna make you feel great. It's gonna make you extremely happy, and I'm gonna tell you about what this is gonna be. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what that is gonna be. Because we are bringing it to the next level, guys. I'm not satisfied with giving you just something is about to happen. If I have to go with keywords in tarot, I would say that you're going to fall in love, but we don't know that unless these it's about the house, it's about the home, it's about making a contract, partnership, for either a rent or a purchase, okay, or a giving away, lending out a home, okay, and that's gonna make you feel extremely, extremely well. So yeah, it's about your estate and where you live, and wow. I can't muffle it, guys, because it's going to hurt my ears. As you know, I am recovering from a really nasty infection in my ear, and I just can't muffle sneezes. So I do apologize for that. But MT, it's a great news. I mean, if you are planning to expand your home space, you are about to do it in the next couple of weeks, okay? It's a new home. Literally what those cards are pointing here, it's a partnership or a contract for a new home. That's about it, okay? And that's going to make you extremely happy, and it's going to be very important. Thank you, Crystal. So next one, that is going to be Aquadeb. Taco, thank you so much for your 22 US dollar support. Thank you so much, Taco. You don't have to apologize, mate. Please do a read. Of course, I am going to. Just hold on a second, Taco. Right, so next one, you are already in the list, Taco, so stick around for a little bit, and you're gonna have your reading. So Debbie, we do have the Two of Cups with the Nine of Swords. Debbie, do you doubt in the person that you are with or that you do love? Because if you do, next couple of weeks you are about to see that all of your fears and worries, they are in vain. Okay, I don't even need to draw Lenormand for you. It is that the relationship you are in is going to smooth up or smoothen itself up, and is going to grow amazing. If you do not have a relationship, you are bound to meet somebody that you do have a chance to fall in love with in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully, you are going to, how can I put it into words? Give the poor man a chance, okay? Next one, that is going to be Samuosh. How will this new move to go to live with my girlfriend is going to go about? We do have the Six of Swords. with the Queen of Cups. So Sam, it's gonna be difficult for you. It's gonna be a difficult transition. The Six of Swords, it's pretty much the moment when you have to face the unknown. So if you do have a, how can I put it into words? If you think what you are to expect, and if you think that you know that what is going to be living with her, you have no idea. And I'm not saying that it's going to be a bad thing. It's just is going to be very unknown. It's going to be very strange, at least at the start. And you may feel kind of like fear that you're just not going to be able to handle it, okay? That you're just not going to be able to get the hang of it, but you can and you should. It's just when you start living together, if you come up to that decision, ultimately it's kind of very important that how can I put it into words? It's going to be very important that you do share your feelings with each other. It's like you tell her how you feel, she tells you how she feels, and that way you can work things. That way you can work things through. Right. So next one, Beatrice Arioka. Is there a new love coming my way? I can just draw Lenormand and tell you. Let's give a time frame though. That is going to be, let's say, within the next year, okay? So let's draw Lenormand. Definitely is, and it is a secret admirer, okay? It is just a secret admirer that stands, but it is coming your way. All right, so that does it. And we do have the Page of Pentacles was the tarot card that I pre-drew for you, okay? And that the Page of Pentacles in such kind of a questions, it's a friend that has more than just a friendship for you with the Eight of Wands. That makes it a passive enemy, which speaks that that person just doesn't know how to show their feelings to you. So you definitely have a secret admirer. It should be quite of a successful person by the looks from the Lenormand. So just, you know, just look around for such kind of a person around you who is successful with their job, with their living standards, and that's how you will know who that is. Crystal, let's see your transit here. We have the Emperor. Yeah, that's for the Beatrice though, not for you, okay? So the Emperor with the Six of Wands. Wow, Crystal, I mean, you are really gonna put a great job in the next upcoming couple of weeks. You are gonna be bound to some rewards that are about to come your way. For everything that it is to do, you are gonna set your life in control, okay? You are about to get control over your career, over your relationship, and you are to be recognized as the person for the job, for the relationship, for the endeavor. It's going to be very successful. Are they going to be easy weeks? By a large margin, no. You're going to show yourself strong. You will have to show yourself reliable, consistent. Okay, how do you call to a person who is always attentive? Okay, so such kind of a thing you will have to show. And also you will need to manage a lot. I mean, you will have to manage things day to day, so they do not start falling apart, but it's all gonna worth it, because at the end you're gonna build up an empire. Right, next one, Diana Stephens, which is not around, but I am going to draw for her anyway. We have the Three of Swords, unfortunately, with the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, that's really bad. It's really bad for Diana, and Diana is about to face some kind of a truth. I know that what kind of a truth that is. It's Diana is putting a great hopes and great opinion into a person that it is about to fail her down in the next couple of weeks. And I'm sorry, Diana, if you are watching this. What is important here, it is that you don't dwell on it. Okay, that is very, very important. Whenever that person fails you or betrays you, you just walk away, you just move on. Okay, very important, because it's not the last person in the world, and it's shame on them, it's not shame on you. Next one, that is gonna be Danny. Danny, your card here for the transit, it is the Knight of Pentacles with the Nine of Cups. I will need to draw Lenormand for you, Danny, so I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let me shuffle and see what we have. Danny, there is nothing to pray for, Crystal. It's a great reading. Danny, are you trying to fix something about your health? I need to know that, so I know how to interpret those Lenormand cards. Okay, because they could mean two things, and I need to know: are you trying to fix something about your health? Okay, I'm not gonna wait for your answer. If you are trying to fix something about your health, in the next couple of weeks, you are about to meet just the person to do so. Okay. Other than that, those cards are speaking for a long-term partnership. Okay, long-term partnership for a lifetime, that is. So that could be your marriage. It could be as well your, I don't know, your business partnership that is going to carry you on for a lifetime. It could be the partnership of you having a child, for example, which carries you on for a lifetime. It's just a lifetime partnership that we do have here, and it is a brand new one. Okay, so it's not something you have that transforms into a lifetime one. It's a brand new one, and that partnership, it's just is going to be a great one, because we do have those couple of cards which are showing that it is completely deliberate. Okay, it's well planned, it's well thought through, and as well it's gonna make you very, very happy. If it is about love, well, then it's a partnership, Danny. Okay, if you're not trying to fix anything about your health, then it is partnership, and that partnership is going to make you extremely happy. Okay, it's going to make you extremely happy. That could be jumping into the branches of love or the old branches of love, and it's a partnership that's you just can't pass through. Right, last one, Sarah. How can I bring happiness into my life? I could have told you that without even drawing tarot cards. We do have the Knights of Cups with Temperance. So I will take my time here for you, Sarah, to explain you the cards, okay? So we do have the Knights of Cups. And Temperance, Knights of Cups, it's a water card. Temperance, it's fire card. They form a passive enemies. So what that means, Knights of Cups, it is your happiness. Look, that person here holds the happiness in their hand, which is the cup, and follows it. So that's your happiness. But the Temperance, it's an enemy to that. And Temperance, it is all the behavior you have. For example, somebody shares that they have difficulty, and your manners, the way that you are grown up with, or the manners that you are grown up with, everything that you are taught of, does not allow you to pass on that, and you are entitled to help that person, even though knowing that is not going to make you happy. Okay, and you do so you end up miserable. Okay, and you just move on with your life. So these cards here are saying that, Sarah, if you do not do anything for your happiness, nobody else will. And if you do allow your happiness to be a hostage of somebody else, you are never truly happy. So my point here, Sarah, it is that you have to find things that you love to do, no matter what people think, and put those things in front of everything else and everybody else as well. Okay, that's what you need to do. What is gonna make you happy? I can draw you Lenormand as well. Those three cards, I don't know how much sense they make, but they speak about spending money to care for something or for somebody. For example, if you do have a child, spending money to take care for the child, like buying them present, you know, and good clothes and so on and so forth, is going to contribute great time for your happiness. Okay. So that is what those cards are speaking about. Or maybe somebody is gonna gift you a really expensive present and that is gonna make you feel very happy. You're welcome, Sarah. Arbo, thank you so much for your $9.99 support. Thank you so much. Arbo, let me put you into the list, and you are about to have your reading for the transit in about a couple of minutes. But before you, Arbo, it's Taco. So Taco, Arbo. All right, Taco. Your card for the transit, the Queen of Wands, with the Chariot card. Oh my God. You can't have it the difficult way, can you? So those couple of cards for you, Taco, are speaking the everything that you touch in the next couple of weeks, everything that you attend to, which, by the way, it is your choice. Okay, but I'm gonna check with the Lenormand what is gonna be the most important thing that you will have to attend to in the next couple of weeks. Thing it is that you will make it look like a child's play, like you are gonna make it look so easy, but in reality it's not gonna be that easy. Okay, and that will surprise many people. So these are weeks, Taco, these are a couple of weeks for you that it's time for you to bring your A game, to go for the highest expectations possible. Taco, it's about the family problems, okay? So you will have to deal with some family problems that are, how do you call it? Mundane, okay? Which are a mundane, and you will deal with those family problems very suddenly. It's like it's going to be very easy that you are to deal with them, that is not going to even feel that they are a family problems, at least not to you. But under normal circumstances, it would have been a very difficult, but not in the next couple of weeks. Other than that, I don't know if you're working, you know, or you do have a business or whatever, but it is really a time for you to kind of like put your astute business sense into play and make the deals of the century. All right, Nancy, thank you so much for your double $4.99 support, Nancy. Thank you so much. Let me put you into the list, and you are going to have a reading in just about a minute or two. All right, Arbo, your card, it is the Four of Cups with the Ace of Wands. Well, Arbo, your next couple of weeks are rather going to be quite carefree. and you can go about with them any way you want. You literally can use the next couple of weeks to die from boredom, all right? There can be a weeks where you rest all day long, for example, unless the time you have to do the repetitive stuff like working. But literally, these could be a weeks where you can rest for as much as you like, or you can also draw from the exterior circumstances, because there are going to be very gainingful opportunities around you, and there are going to be many of them. Okay, it's not just going to be only one, but I'm going to draw on the Lenormand to tell you what is going to be the most important of them. However, from those gainingful enterprises, you get to decide, do you want to even participate into them? If you don't have the energies, you totally don't have to. But what you need to know is that once you throw yourself into one of these enterprises, it's just, this is going to stir the dynamic, and you can't bring it back into a peaceful state. Sarah, good night, and I hope that you kind of like I was able to help you tonight. So the most important opportunity is about harvesting for your work and for your business here, okay? Harvesting small gains, like bonuses, you know, like private jobs, these kind of stuff for work, business, or for a freelancing, if you are doing a freelancing. These are going to be the most important gaining for enterprises. But if you think you have worked enough, you don't have to do it. You know, you just don't have to do it. You can just stick to the mundane routine of your job and have no benefits whatsoever. If you are a workaholic, by all means, you can increase your paycheck at the end of the year with the bonuses for as much as you can. Sam, thank you so much for your $7.99 of Australian dollars. Thank you so much, Sam. Let me put you into the list, and I am to do your reading in just about a couple of minutes. All right, so we do have Nancy and Sam. Okay, Nancy, your transit. We do have the Hierophant with the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. I would love to know your situation so I can be very precise with these cards, because they are very broad, okay? And I don't think that with Lenormand I will be... yeah, it's good to have choices, that's true. And because with Lenormand, I may just only scratch the surface. It's a friendship, Nancy. So you are going to make a wonderful friendship in the next couple of weeks. A friendship which is going to be very harmonious, and it's not, the word is not even gainingful. It's not even successful. I don't know how to put it into words. It will be like the besties. I know it's not about the relationship, but yeah, if you are moving there, you are not gonna struggle for a friends. But these cards are also a very positive when it comes to relationships, okay, intimate relationships, and those cards are pointing that within the next couple of weeks you will see that you can fully trust the person you are with. Okay, and that's you can rely on them. It is just you are gonna find the true meaning of love, the real and true meaning of love in the next couple of weeks. So if you are afraid what you're gonna find out as you are moving, you don't have to, because you're gonna find out good things. Okay, you're going to find out that you are loved, that you are cared, that you are trusted, that you are supported, and that you can make harmony in there. And last but not least, we do have Sam. Your card is Five of Cups with the Lovers card. So we do have those couple of cards. All right, Sam. That will be quite of a... I can't find the true English word. Just hold on a second. And I want to draw you the Lenormand as well. So, Nancy, wherever you are going, you are about to make a great friend or friends there. Okay, you are about to make, and the card didn't show about your relationship because I think it's pretty much sealed. Okay, you have it as best as it can be, so there is no point for them showing that. Sam, it's about the person you work with. Okay, so we do have those those three cards, and it's a person you work with that you will have to make a decision about how the work is going to go about from now on moving forward, or how the whole association is going to go about from now moving forward, because the tarot definitely shows that there are things you are displeased about. I can't say that they are grievances, more like disappointments. It is like you would have wished being the other way around. Now, those cards that we do have as tarot, it doesn't have to be a person that you work with, but if it's not a person that you work with, you definitely don't like that they're not entirely genuine. It's like there are aspects that this person is disingenuine about. Okay, that's besides the point. Tarot is showing that you are already committed. Okay, pulling yourself away is also a valid option, and it is not the wrong one. But as far as tarot is concerned, and as far as they are giving you guidance, it is that you should not do it. You should keep up with the choice that you have made, because whatever disappointment you do have from that individual, whatever losses you may feel that you are enduring or you are suffering, they are just temporary, and you can make up for or rather, like, you both can make up for all of it. Also, the Lenormand cards may describe maybe describing it's a very awkward situation, you know, when somebody lies to you in purpose, so you do not find that they are buying you something, or are taking care of something for you. Okay, so it's a lie, but it is like a honorable lie. And so that's gonna do it, guys, for tonight's live stream. I hope you enjoyed it and you do liked it. Leave me a comment below if you do want me to bring Lenormand into these live streams more often. And right now I'm just going to go and enjoy the rest of my coffee, probably watch something, and see you guys around. Until then, bye.